Hello everybody, my name is Richard Vigorelli and I am your guide for everything Chinese and Western medicine. And I set it all up so us Westerners can figure it out. So today I want to talk to you about something that a lot of people take very, very seriously in their daily health. Toxins. I'm giving you the truth about them. You may not like it. See, a lot of stuff goes around, especially in the alternative medicine community, about toxins, how deadly they are, and they're giving you cancer, and totally ruining your life, and making you fat and ugly, yada, yada, yada. Okay, here's the truth about them. Well, hang on, put a pin in that. Let's talk about what a toxin is. Well, toxins are what your body actually produces. They're naturally produced. They are byproducts of being alive. They are created from the food that you eat, the air that you breathe. You cannot get away from producing them. If you did, that's called death. Okay? So what are they? Well, big one is carbon dioxide. You actually produce that when you breathe. It is done when you inhale oxygen. That oxygen goes into your blood and moves around the body, goes into a cell. Cell then takes that oxygen, combines it with some carbon that it took off from a piece of sugar, and a little bit of water, and creates energy. The byproduct of that is carbon dioxide. That then shuttles out back into the blood to your lungs, and out you go. Okay? Now, if this builds up in your body, yeah, it's bad. Your blood acidifies and you die. We call that suffocation, or asphyxiation, depending on a couple of other factors. But generally speaking, not going to be that big of a deal. Unless your lungs are, shutting down because you live in, I don't know, Beijing or Los Angeles in the 1980s. Otherwise, not that big of a deal. Okay? Next one is ammonia. Yeah, you actually produce ammonia. This is from the protein that you eat. So chicken, fish, nuts, beef, rabbit. You name it. If it was an animal or a nut or, well, anything that is a protein, which could also be lettuce, technically speaking, you're going to produce ammonia. Okay, this is then packaged in the cell into something called uric acid. That is then shuttled off to the liver where it becomes urea. That is then sent over to the kidneys, which clean it a bit more and turn it into its most inert form, urine. That's then sent to the bladder and then out into the world. Go! Go, my urine! I know. Anyway, not that big of a deal. So if you are having that kind of problem, your urine's really, really dark, and it's full of a bunch of stuff, well, first of all, let's take a look at what you're putting in your body. Are you doing a lot of drugs? Are you taking a lot of medications? Because that will also enter into it, but that's in a minute. Okay? Your body is really, really good at getting rid of this. All you got to do is drink some water once in a while. You'll be okay. So, let's see here. Another real big one that is going to completely destroy you. Poo. Yes, poo. But specifically, one of its components, it's called bilirubin. Okay, this is produced when your body naturally breaks down dead red blood cells. Your red blood cells completely turn over every couple of days or so. The bilirubin is the broken down and recycled red bits and pieces of hemoglobin and all of that. And your body's really good at using that. We turn it into a substance called bile. That's used to break down fat. and it's also what makes your poo brown. Okay? Now if you drop one and it comes out and it's gray, you've got a problem. You're actually not producing much bilirubin, or it's not getting to where it needs to be. I would go to the doctor and say, hey, do you mind taking a look at my gallbladder and my liver? Because something's funky. Okay? So your body is very, very good at naturally dealing with these toxins. So going on a juice cleanse, drinking a crap ton of lemon, working out until you sweat yourself silly, yeah, you might get rid of a little, but not really. Okay? Here's how you know you have toxin buildup. Horrendous lower back pain. That is not fixed by massage. It is not fixed by drinking water. It's actually made worse by drinking water. Ice does nothing. Heat does nothing. You've gotten an MRI and there is literally nothing wrong with your bones and muscles. You may have nephritis. And yeah, you're going to start building up some toxins then, because your main filter, the kidney, is not getting rid of things. Then, yeah, go to the hospital and say, hi, I need to be fixed. It's a broken. Your other major filter is your liver. And here's how you know that's not working right and you got toxic buildup. Well, first of all, you're probably drinking a lot. Yeah. Like most people can count on one hand the amount of times they are drunk in a given month. You're doing that. You're doing the exact same count, only that's when you're sober. Could be a problem. You have cirrhosis, which means the liver's not taking care of all the junk that you put in your body, specifically the alcohol. See, the liver is really, really good at getting rid of stuff. It's really good at breaking things down and turning it into stuff that's completely meaningless. I'll get to poisons in a minute. So, if the liver and the kidneys are not functioning properly, yeah, you're going to get toxin buildup. And I'm sorry to tell you guys, drinking fruit juice is not going to help you. And if you're working out to sweat out the toxins because your liver and the kidneys are just not doing the job, yeah, you got bigger problems, pal. You got a lot bigger problems. You're pushing death. And by the way, working out enough to sweat out the toxins, oh boy. Well, some, ammonia and whatnot will come out of the pores. It's negligible. Sorry. Not gonna be a big thing, dude. Okay? So, let's talk about poison. Okay? Because, poison, toxin, they're the same thing. No, they're not. They are so very different. So, a poison is a chemical or group of chemicals that go together that shut off a bodily function or impede a bodily function or cause a bodily function to overproduce. And that's enough to write a book yay thick, and several have been written. If they come from plants, they're called alkaloids usually. Tannins can also be quite poisonous if you get too much of them. Polyphenols too. Bunch of stuff. Okay, anything that is good on one side can be bad on another. Okay. Most of my herbal medicines actually work with alkaloids. That's the idea, is we are trying to poison the thing that's living in you so it will go away. It's also why we restrict the dosage. Okay? It is in all medications, both herbal and pharmaceutical. Again, it is the liver first and kidneys second that break it down and get rid of it after it becomes unimportant. Now, some of these things can lodge themselves in your body fat. So, if you took a bunch of medications, gained a bunch of weight, You got to be real careful when you start to lose that body fat, because some of those medications could flood back into your bloodstream. Yeah, and now we have a new problem. Okay, that's why one of those old Greek dudes said, patient has to recover from two things. First, the disease, and then the medication. True story. That's why. Okay? So, as far as toxins go, I wouldn't worry about them. They're not a big deal. Okay? Anybody who's telling you, you need to drink this, you need to drink this special product, or you're going to die, and you're not really showing any signs of anything serious, no, snake oil salesman, sorry dude. Okay? When somebody like me, who is a licensed medical professional, or an MD for that matter, writes you a prescription and says, okay, I want you to take this because it's going to do this, ask them how long you're going to take it, what is it doing it for, and what will happen if you don't. Okay? Even with somebody like me who gives you herbs. Okay? If you don't want to take them, cool. It's fine. I'm giving them to you for a reason, and the whole reason is for the condition that you have, but I can guarantee you it is not to rid you of any toxins. Okay? And just as a side note, some people advise to get rid of toxins by fasting. Okay, the difference between fasting and starving is whose idea it is. That's it. Okay, your body doesn't know any difference. Okay. If you're fasting for religious reasons, okay, sure, cool. Great for the soul. Body can probably handle it, maybe for a day, but longer than that, you're going to run into issues. Okay. The most aggressive fast I've come across with any sort of religion is the one done in Islam, which is the Ramadan fast, nothing for the day, night sets, dive in. That's pretty aggressive. Christians do something similar, but it's like for a day. Okay, Jews, same thing. And it's for spiritual purification, not health. Big difference. Okay. I don't fast to get rid of toxins. That's idiotic. Just change your diet. All right. So, that's about all I have to say for that. If you're new to the channel, hit that big red subscribe button down below. And don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know, are you like really worried about toxins? If so, go talk to somebody, dude, and somebody with letters after their name that actually means something. Okay. Feel free to also visit my website. You can contact me there. It is vigintmed.com. That stands for Vigorelli Integrated Medicine.com. I'll see you there. Till later, guys. Bye.